Hi, so this video is going to teach you how to get your collection agency or get your team to get your collection agency or your collection law firm to do more for you on an account-by-account basis and get better returns for you and collect more money, just to be frank. So you guys probably know me, Dan Olivieri. I'm the disruptor of the commercial collection agency world, the commercial law firm collection world, if you will. And one of the things that I came to the realization of a couple of days ago was that a lot of controllers, a lot of CFOs, a lot of credit managers don't realize how to actually maximize results with the collection agency. And the answer isn't just sending an account to the collection agency and waiting until they tell you efforts are exhausted or it's uncollectible. That's actually not the best method. So let's go into what happens at a collection agency level. When an account comes into a collection agency, it's assigned to a collector. The collector's commissioned based on what they call fee, right? Fee is basically the revenue that they charge you to collect the account, right? So the fee that they charge you to collect the account is usually tallied up, and then the collector is graded on a monthly fee number or a period fee number of some sort, and then what ends up happening is they get a commission based on how much fee they generate for the business. So what ends up happening is collectors are motivated to collect the accounts that are going to generate fee the fastest, right? They have a quota based on this, they have expectations based on this, their commissions based on this. They don't care really about any account that goes past that's going to take too much effort, right? Or that's going to clog up their queue. So they're looking to extract fee from their queue as quickly as possible. So what that basically means is every collector has a strategy that they've developed over years, especially if they're experienced, 10, 15, 20 years. They have a strategy that maximizes fee, right? Now, the reality of the situation is some strategies from some collectors are better than others, and you, unfortunately, as the client, get caught up in the middle of, does the account go to a good collector in the company or does it go to a bad collector in the company, and so on and so forth. But anyway, what's going to happen is they're going to go through that process. And when they go through that process, sometimes that process is make 2 phone calls and send 3 letters. Sometimes it's hit these guys really hard for 5 days. Sometimes it's call everybody that they can call around them to get them to pay the bill. Sometimes it's, call them and scare them up front or whatever. Whatever their strategy is, it's their strategy. But at some point in time, there's one thing that happens with every single collector. It doesn't matter who you're using, where you're using them at. There's a point where the collector decides that the account isn't going to generate immediate fee, okay? When this happens, your account ends up going to a different priority in the queue, and it stops you from maximizing your return. So example, let's just say I'm a collector and I go, okay, every file is going to collect, every file is going to collect or pay within 3 contacts, right? 3 phone calls and maybe a letter or 2. Well, the minute I've gone through that process, I'm moving that file out to the back of my queue, maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, so on and so forth. That's why your collection agency doesn't let you see the notes. Because if you saw the notes, you would fall out of your chair because you would see these large gaps. So what can you do to counter this? What you need to do is you need to set a solid time frame in which the collection agency or the law firm has to collect the money. You should set that time frame to approximately 60 to 90 days before you remove that account without being penalized, because remember, a lot of these collection agencies, a lot of these law firms are going to charge you to remove the account. This is how they hold your account hostage. So what you want to do is make sure you don't have anything like that in your contract, and then you're going to basically pull the account at 60 to 90 days, and then you're going to go give it to another collection agency, another collection law firm, for them to restart the process. What this is going to do is that new account in that new system at that new collection company is going to then become new business, and the person that's working that file is going to really care about getting that money recovered because it's new business. So what you're going to do is, rather than letting one collection agency hold the file for 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, you're going to let one agency hold it for 60 to 90 days, the other one hold it for 60 to 90 days, then you're going to take the file from the last one and you're going to write that account off. If you do it this way, you're going to maximize the potential of your collection agency or your collection law firm. Now, if you can, put the onus on them to report back to you when they actually have to shut the file down, right? This is some advanced stuff. Make them report to you when they have to shut the file down, and I'll tell you what they're going to do. They're going to go to all their collectors and say, you better work the heck out of that file because they're going to shut it off in 60 to 90 days, and we better not lose this client because they send it to someone else. And tell them you're going to send it to someone else. You will maximize your collection agency. And again, this is just a B2B thing. If you do consumer collections, it's a different world, and that's not going to really help you. But on the B2B side, this is the way to get the most from your third party.